Hello, and we're back with Conquest of Elysium 4. This isn't going to be the Witch episode, as you can probably tell from the title. Just to kind of ease myself back into doing some recordings, I'm going to do just kind of like a fun series, I suppose. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, because I do this for fun anyways, but just something to get me started back in here, and just that's not related to anything valid. So what I'm trying to say is I have no idea what I'm going to be doing with this. Whether I'm going to be doing constant recordings or just kind of scattered recordings, or if it's going to be like an on and off kind of thing. And I think I'm probably going to do this as an on and off thing because I think it's kind of an interesting idea I've been toying around with. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go with a small map. We're going to go with the agricultural society, or era. And we're only going to have 3 other enemies to fight against. And as you might have guessed from the title of this series, we're going to be playing as the... Where is it? I'm going totally blind right now. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. We're playing as the Burgmeister? We're playing as the Hobergs. But, as you've probably guessed, again, because you're really good at this, we're going to be going against a Dwarf Queen, another Burgmeister, and of course, a Markgraf. So, why don't we choose a nice... Why don't we choose an earthy brown like that? And the Dwarf can be like a really deep blue. The other Burgmeister can be something like a pale, like a teal. And these guys can be like a really dark red. Butler, Markgraf, Burgmeister, Dwarf Queen. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So, without further ado, let us get into it. Now, I have no idea how horrible this is going to be, but I hope it's going to be something quite awesome. I'm going to call this guy, I don't know. Why does it do that? Alright, so we can't have a capital right now. For whatever reason. So we'll call him, Tazen. Sure. That works. So let's see where we're at this current... Oh, hey. I was actually going to talk about this a little bit later in the episode, but what luck right here. So the interesting thing about this crystal globe is I've encountered this in a game that I was playing off camera. And what it does is it basically allows you to reveal random parts of the map when you have a commander sitting in there and doing stuff. So having that right next to us is actually really good. So as the Hobergs here, we're, as you might have noticed, foot troops only have 2 action points to move around. So we're going to be moving pretty slow in the snow, but again, luck is on our side again. We started in the south, so that's not going to be a problem for us at all. Although that might limit our amount of farms and stuff we can find. But I hope we can maybe find another port. But it looks like we have a bit of trade to start off with anyways. So now I guess what we really need to find is a mine, so we can start getting some gem income. So Agalov here is kind of just going to sit around, I suppose. We're going to take Tazen here, and we're going to... Hoberg crossbows. We're going to take these guys with us. And we're going to come over here. We're going to use his special power to create a Hoberg village soon. TMI. Or TM, my bad. Now, as you can see with the Hobergs here, you get a lot of unit counts, but they're not really that strong. Yes, you 1 to 2 damage, basically. No armor, only 2 HP, and they're slow. Slingers, not so. We need to get iron as quickly as possible, because we're going to want crossbows, like, for days. Soldiers, yeah, you get up there, you get a bit of armor, not so much HP, so if they have a large shield, though. These guys are actually pretty good. Well, I say a large shield, it's a regular shield, but to them it's large. So, they'll be able to tank quite a bit of damage if they were lucky. Have some pikeneers. These guys are good because they can sit in the back row of the guys up front and do damage to them directly, so we're gonna want to get some of those as well. I think probably what we'll want to do is we'll want to get these guards more than anything, but that might be a trap. I think maybe Hoburg defenders are probably your best bet. Maybe Hoburg soldiers, because they have a spear with an attacks faster. Does the same amount of damage too. Wait, no, my bad. This one does a little bit more damage. Oh, but attacks really slow. So maybe we should go with the soldiers. I think that might be a better bet for us. But then again, I think what we'll do is we'll have a mix of different types of units, just to vary up the army composition, because that's something I haven't really done. I usually just had a blob of the same kind of units with no variation. But I think it's probably better to have... Oops, I totally forgot to start buying art. I think it's better to have a different units to go by. These guys won't move because they're levies, so why don't we activate this? And it actually reveals quite a large area of the map, but unfortunately it is very random, so we just revealed the ocean over here, which isn't really going to be any use to us. Defenders, we don't really want them there. Excuse me. So I think what I might want to do is I probably want to move this guy to go scouting a little bit, just to see what we can find. Unfortunately, we're surrounded by a lot of unfortunate terrain. These mountains and this desert here. But if we're lucky, maybe we can find a watchtower close by, hopefully, maybe. And then we can have a good scouting position, just in case the enemies kind of march on our position. So, Burgmeister. Unfortunately, we already had one of our farms taken over by these guys. Luckily, we didn't move too far, so let's go take care of them before things start to get out of hand. And I'm not really sure, since this is a small map, if that's really going to be useful, if it's just going to be totally random. But this guy isn't really doing much right now anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We want to get that weed income up so we can turn this farm into another one. But we also need iron, more importantly than anything, because you can see those crossbows are great. And those guys actually did block some damage. So these guys be pretty good. Okay. Terrain like this, or buildings, or whatever areas that are on top of the desert, you can move onto them while using 1 AP. I'm not sure why that happens, but hey, I'm glad for it. So if you have a string of places like this, you can very easily move through a desert. I had one happen in one of the games I was playing. So let's turn that into another Hoburg village, because that's going to give us a big boost in income, which we desperately need. Revealed over here some plains. I like how there's grass waving around too. I usually miss that because I play really zoomed out, so it just kind of blends in. So there's a coal mine there. There's a coastal hamlet. Nah, nothing too much for us really. So why don't we, instead of going through the mountains, why don't we come up through the desert and see what's happening around here? Okay, so the desert isn't that big, so that's not going to be too much of an issue for us. Okay, apparently this can peer into the void. Excellent. Not really. I don't think we can really get to the void easily at all, so I'm not sure if we'd ever even want to. So I'm thinking what we'll probably want to do is we'll want to take this from them, because that is a bit of extra trade and 1 extra gold. The gold isn't crazy useful, but you never know. Another coastal hamlet. Good. This actually revealed the Inferno. Huh. Apparently you can find anywhere. Man, that'd be great to have those. So where is that? I wish that correlated to the above ground area as well. But there are some villages somewhere in these areas, because as above, so below. So anything that appears on the overmap will appear on the undermap as well. A herologist has come to the aid of the Hoburg cause. Oh, okay. I thought this was Plant Man. This is unfortunately Gem Guy. So the Hoburgs have a choice between two different types of caster units, I guess. More special ability units. So the horologist. Ugh. Basically, he'll allow us to take gems from mines and turn them into constructs. So, in the words of Meduculus, man, I'm so bad at pronouncing things, the Chronomancer, the foundation of any good business is to control time. Though his practice of manipulating the horse market through time travel is generally frowned upon, it still rings true for most manufacturers. This rings even more true in the Hoburg manufactories, where the many food-related pauses could bring any production to a halt should the pause be uncontrolled. Trying to solve this problem in various ways, now most manufacturers have chosen to employ the powers of the herologist, filling their workspace with clocks and watches. The knowledge of cogs, wheels, and springs also make them apt at improving the various equipment at the facilities. It is said that the whole industrial eruption was started by Conradin the Gilded, a herologist who constructed the churning Esmeralda, a machine that could produce large amounts of butter in no time. Okay, so that's just like random lore, not really telling you about the herologist at all. So we really gotta bounce and get on to finding some gems. So let's hope we can find a mine that actually gives us emeralds, because if we find one that doesn't, I'm going to be really upset, because I have the horrible luck of finding mines that don't give me related gems to the powers that be, if you will. So let's see if we can... Nope. Nothing available there. So we're buying... Oh, we can do it now. So tempting. I think we focus on the iron. Focus on the iron. We're going to save up our gold, just in case we can find a horticulturist. And then we can start doing some weed summoning there. Summoned by the power of weed. So we'll have you scout up here, just some bandits. We'll take over this hamlet as well. Scout over here, nothing so much. Give me something in the land here. I'm really worried that we're falling behind, like a lot. I'm really scared about that. So we could get some hog knights. I don't think it's really worth it. I feel like hog knights aren't that great. They're really only good for maybe scouting. They give us a good advantage against the other races though, because they move so quickly. But they can't see that far either, so you could potentially run into an enemy. Ah, the other Burgmeister has been eliminated. It's conquered by independence. Well, good job, guys. Suck. So if we... Oh, we lost one. I was hoping we were going to lose one. Oh well. We should probably deal with these guys, with this one guy, because he's probably going to be a pain in the ass. So, unfortunately, we got to waste a turn on him. Okay, here we go. So I think this is where the other Burgmeister was, around here somewhere. Probably like right in here. Because they usually do... Well, maybe not. Maybe he just found a village out here somewhere. So where is that? That's right over there. So we probably might have an easy track over there if there's no deserts or any more mountains in that area. I'm hoping there's not. So here I think we might want to get some crossbowmen. Why don't we wait until we desperately have no choice but to. So we'll use him to activate the special location too. So we can have these guys double up. I should have been doing that in the beginning. But such is my ways of inefficiency. Battle in Savannah. Okay, so it was just one slinger. These guys are probably going to be a real pain in my butt. Another hamlet. Can I use this? No, I can't turn that into a village. So unfortunately we can only turn farms into Hoberg villages. It'd be nice to turn these hamlets into them as well. But alas. Fate special location, not quite that useful. That's a little bit more useful. We're getting really lucky here. Hopefully those boars will stay away from us. I know I'm not recruiting any armies right now, and it really should be, but I want to save up just in case horticulturist comes around. Because I hate just being like $1 off what I need. Okay, some farms up there. Let's see if we can find the, not the same place. No, slightly to the left more, I think. I want to see if we can find the dwarf or the Markgraf now. Because those guys are going to be the most dangerous for us. Actually, I'm not sure if it's the Markgraf or the dwarf who's going to be the most dangerous. I'm going to go with the Markgraf because they can summon... Because they're basically Hoberg necromancers. So they can probably summon some really horrible monsters. And you know what? I can almost guarantee they can. And they will. So it's summer right now. Not bad. Activate this special location. Come on, give us something. No. So for right now, why don't we recruit some more crossbowmen here? So, they're pretty much going to be the main damage dealers to for our army. Actually, let's take a look. Hog Knights have 2 armor, 5 HP, and they do quite a bit of damage. So maybe Hog Knights are the way to go. Maybe. Hog Knights and Pikeneers. Maybe a mix of Hog Knights and some soldiers. And some mostly crossbowmen. Actually, all crossbowmen for our ranged attacks. Because the slingers aren't going to do anything. And we have the iron now, so... Do I want another Hogmeister? These are the difficult questions we ask ourselves every day. And I don't know if I can truthfully answer. 26? Yeah, sure. Let's get some of them. We are going to save a little bit on that. I think what we're going to... No, because we don't even have an iron mine. Crap. It's so difficult decisions. Right, and there is an ancient forest. They'll give us a bit of extra weed income. But that's pretty far away, so it's not going to be that much use to us right now. Nothing that we don't already know there. We'll go to their next turn. I'm really... Oh, hey, look at that. We cannot deal with that right now. So when we come down here and take these guys out, there is a watchtower. They have... Do we have... I don't think we have enough just yet. Why don't we get some... You have 3 HP, you guys have 3 HP. Yeah, sure. Let's grab these guys. What we'll do is we'll take Donner down here. Transfer these crossbowmen, and we'll grab these soldiers, and what we'll do is we'll bring them up. If we can. And then we'll try and take that watchtower. So we've unlocked places in the Elemental Plane, the Inferno, and Argartha. I don't know if we can really get there at all. Took out some boars. Yep. You, sir, should probably come through here. It's going to take us a couple turns to get up there, unfortunately. There is a farm here we can take. So I will do such that. Nothing. Slowly working our way over to the left. So I'm guessing that maybe the Dwarf Queen is actually in here somewhere, which terrifies me. Unless they're maybe possibly up here. and maybe up here. So I'm guessing the Markgraf are probably up here, and the Dwarf Queen is right in here. If I'm extremely unlucky. So what I think I'm going to start doing now is I think I'm going to start buying sapphires. Because I need it. I probably should have started doing that from the beginning anyways. But that's what we're going to do for now. It's going to take about 2 years for us to get our first construct going, if we can't find a mine. Village. Excellent. Wait, no. No, wrong one. I should pay more attention. I want emeralds. My bad. Nothing going on there. Not great. Not terrible, but not great. Fortunately, there is a swamp to go through here. Why this guy's so slow? Why don't we scout out here? Another hamlet, some snakes. Alright, let's go. Do I go through the swamp? Is it quicker? I think so. It may just be slightly quicker. There's an iron mine. Fortunately, that's sapphires. I don't want sapphires. So let's not toy around with that just right now. Hey, Hades, look at that. Now, I've been to Hades in an off-camera run again. I was actually playing as the Barbarian, which I think is my favorite class so far. And I was able to kind of scout around in Hades there, and it's actually pretty cool. I like the way it looks. It's, you can't really see it here, but it's just got a really nice aesthetic to it. Sounds weird when talking about the land of the dead, but hey, what are you gonna do? Up here, just some more mountains. Nope. And nope. Come on, give me that horticulturist already. I need it. Yes, thank you. I didn't even have to buy them either. Maybe they changed that, I'm not sure. So, good sir, what can you do for me? Farm animal summoning, not good. Ritual of Grand Mastery, I think we'll probably want to save up for. Because that's probably going to be the most important one. So we can move you over here. And seeing as we have that now, we can start getting our crossbowmen up here. So activate special location, nope. There goes a little bit more over here. There's that fortified Hoburg village. Not a lot going on, but I'm pretty sure they have stronger armies than me already. Actually, we've unlocked all the planes. I've never had that before. It's pretty cool. 31 units and 19 units. I mean, it's possible we could probably take this over with just these guys, but I think I'd like to be a little bit more safe than sorry. So, can we recruit? Nope. Already recruited. Alright, that's fine. Haven't seen the other guys at all, which kind of concerns me. I'll move these guys down just for extra protection. So, there is deserts over here. There's a palace, which gives that diamonds. That's interesting. Another oasis. I would like to get that for the trade. And a farm. So maybe the Dwarf Queen isn't here. Maybe she's right here in the center. I don't know if we'll ever know. Until they come steamrolling through. And just raffle stomp us. Okay, so Markgraf is here. I'm gonna guess then the Dwarf Queen is up here. Maybe it's the other way around, I'm not sure. Oh, they already have tons of undead. That is bad. But they never heal, so if we just throw waves and waves of our troops at them, they will never stand a chance. So let's get some extra crossbowmen in there. Why not? Yep, we're pretty set up pretty good, so we should start focusing on some basic line infantry now. Wealthy merchant. So you go ahead and attack, and you go ahead and attack. We might lose a couple guys, but I'm not sure. There's that merchant. Boots of the North. Strength +1 and cold resistance. What do you got here? A serpent amulet. HP +3 and poison resistance. That would be really good. Will you guys stay there for right now? Let me grab all these crossbowmen. And we can't quite get any units. I would want some infantry units, unfortunately, but I can't afford it right now. Hopefully we can catch up to this guy, because I would like to take the things he has. Or did he just leave? The Hogmeister. See how this goes. Arrows are having some difficulty damaging our guy. Wow, these guys are actually kind of good. Alright, never mind, there he goes. So I guess we have no choice but to keep this guy out here, scouting around. Oh, they're going through the forest. Oh, I wish I could catch up with them. If my Hogmeister didn't die, I could grab them so they can't move. And then I can move this guy over there. That's actually a good idea, to have a Hogmeister and then just kind of catch them so they can't move in a churn. Because they're too busy fighting. Oh wait, no, these guys are down here. What? So this is another pack of guys. Interesting. Gauntlets of Power. Strength +2. Eh. Although we could get a lot of gold from them. Why don't we leave like 5 crossbowmen here? Actually, wait, what are we looking at here? Why don't we leave maybe like 10 crossbowmen here? And they'll just kind of defend there. So we can come up here. Don't seem to have a... Oh, I left all those guys there, because I'm a dum-dum. Oh, we should have enough crossbowmen to out DPS them anyways. So we'll recruit down here, and we'll get some soldiers here. Not enough iron. Oh. Dang it. Alright, fine, we'll get some militias. It's a big waste. But we're just looking for a cannon fodder right now. And if we're lucky, we can grab those guys next time. Nope. Nothing insightful just yet. I still can't believe that spawned right next to us. That's been quite useful, really. Right, so let's take out these guys. I think we should be okay. Should be, maybe. Because you don't have magic, nope. And you guys should be able to take out them just fine. Get some neat magical items. Alright, so Dwarf Queen is... Oh, hey, this place goes on even a lot more than I thought. I thought it was going to be a small map. Interesting. So I guess the Dwarf Queen is up here. Alright, so we got some time to check it out. I don't know what these guys are doing here. Scouting, I guess. So I guess really for right now, all we have to worry about is the mark graph. Whoa, what just happened? Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's so bad. I don't know that could happen. Please don't let this happen to me. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. No. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Make me feel better with victories. Slightly better. Oh, they have a wizard. I forgot they had a wizard. Oh, that crossbow spam. Oh, okay, slightly better. You observe the battle. Oh no, I need slingers here. I squandered it. I didn't know that could happen. That's never happened to me before. Oh, the sadness. Oh, the sadness. My god, you have a lot of HP. Why do you have so much HP? Is that from that? I have no idea. I guess you can have these, yeah. Increase your health. Feeble-minded. Guess you got hit in the head a little bit too much. Oh, that blows so much. I cannot believe that just happened to me. Well, oh, we lost all of the gems too. They don't stick around. Oh, so much wasted everything. So much wasted everything. Let's get rid of these bandits. I didn't know that could happen. I should have figured it'd be too good to be true. I can't believe that happened. Alright, I'm over it. I'm over it. We'll move on. We have infantry, we're good. Our infantry is the best in the world. Best in Elysium. I don't think I'm going to worry about those coastal hamlets too much for right now. Oh, that blows so much. I guess we'll just sit here for now and scout out the rest of this place. Oh, get some more crossbowmen here. Okay, I guess we are going to have to go over because... the stupid ancient forest. Alright. Actually, you know what? That's about a half an hour. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we can recover really soon from this. Because unfortunately it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of mines around. So we're pretty much going to be stuck with, what is it, sapphires up here. So maybe if we can get a herologist that can use sapphires instead. Soon, hopefully very soon. Then I think maybe we'll be in a good position. Couple of desert palaces out here. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you next time, so take care and wish me luck.